today we shall discuss the poem Television by the English poet Roald Dahl. You know, students, nowadays television has become a part of our life, and every house television is installed. Both parents and students, they look at the television screen to enjoy entertainment, culture, political discussion, and everything, film, you may say your cartoon pictures, everything on the television and get enjoyed. But here, in this poem Television, the poet speaks about, very practically, speaks about the negative influence of television on the young children. No doubt, television has become very necessary for us. It is the popular electronics media. It gives valuable service, gives academic information, social information, cultural information, economic information, everything. But if we give too much time to television and sit in front of the television screen, we kill our mind, we kill our thinking power, and we kill our imaginative power. And what happens? It is not with the parents, but it is with the children who sit in front of television and enjoy their program of entertainment and give too much time to it, so that they neglect their stories, they neglect other actions, and their mind becomes dull. And I would like to say, the children who give too much of their time to enjoy television, they become idiots. So the writer says, the television is an idiot box. And the poet says, television is an idiot box because television makes children idiots who cannot think properly, who lose their sense of imagination, who lose their sense of creativity. Here points out the misuse of television and its negative impact upon children. So, what negative impact? The negative impact that the children, they create, they destroy, they kill their valuable time. Don't give attention to the studies. Don't give attention to other duties. They only see and sit in front of television and see what happens on the television screen. So, it is the very bad effect which kills the sense of creativity and imaginative power of children. It is about, in toto, the theme of the poem Television. Let us come to the text. You look at the text, page 133 of Invitation to English, book 1. It starts like this. The most important thing we have learned so far, means up to now, our children are concerned, is never let them near your television set, or better still, just don't install the idiotic thing at all. You see, in this text, never means negative. No, never is used 3 times. One in normal way, another in capital letters. So the poet says, so far as children are concerned, never let means allow. Never allow your children to sit in front of the television set. Never small letters, two never capital letters, means the poet gives more emphasis on not using or not allowing the children to sit in front of a television set and give all their time enjoying the television, television and not thinking about anything else. So the poet says, children, never let them here refers to children. Them refers to children. Let means allow, means never allow your children near your television set. Never allow your children to sit in front of a television set and go on enjoying what happens on television, neglecting other important things. Or he gives a good advice to the parents. Better still, don't install the idiotic thing at all. Install means what? Don't set up the idiotic things. He says television is the idiotic thing or idiot box. It is better on the part of parents not to install, not to set up the television set in their houses. And for children, television has no gain. Rather, it is an idiot box, idiotic thing, because it makes their children idiots. Idiots means dull. You know, students, dull, manda, no thinking power. So it destroys the thinking power of children. So he advises the parents not to install. It would be better not to install television set in their houses. Then next, the poet says, for this unfortunate situation, loss of creativity, loss of thinking power, loss of imagination of the students, to some extent, the parents are responsible. And the poet says, to make a survey, they visited many houses. In almost every house we have been, means we have visited, the poet and his group. We here refers to the poet and his group visited. We have watched them, means children, gaping at the screen. Screen means television screen. Gape, G-A-P-E, write down the meaning. Gape means to look, making the mouth open without the falling the eyelid. Without falling the eye, with mouth open, to look with full attention to the television screen. The poet says, whenever in order to make a survey, they visited some houses. What was happening to the children? What did they see? They saw children were sitting in front of the television screen, looking with great attention, serious attention, not falling the eye. They were gaping, means mouth open and looking in full attention to the television screen like this. Oh, what is happening? Oh, what a great thing happening on the television screen. Oh, what does it do? Like this. They don't move, they don't talk, they don't think, only the eye never falls. They look like this, they are gaping. Oh, what a beautiful scene, like this. And they loll, they slough and lounge. They loll, slough and lounge. LOLL write down LOL, lol. Lol means to sit lazily without movement. Sitting in on the sofa or on the floor in front of the television set, no movement, and gaping. And then they sloth. Oh, so giving their what? Excitement. Oh, what is happening? What is happening? Beautiful scene, beautiful action, all these things. And they are chewing snacks. Do you know snacks? Your mixture, all these things, snacks, and spilling on the floor. And also, what? They lounge about. Lounge means sit idly or stand idly, no movement, only their eye magnetized, मंत्रमुग्ध हो जाइए, magnetized by the television screen. Eyes are wide open. Eyes are wide open, as if they stare. Stare means to look at. To look at. Stare means S-T-A-R-E. To look at. They stare until their eyelids pop out. P-O-P-O-U-T. Pop out, come out. They are so attentively. They are so magically. Look at the television screen without closing the eyes, that the poet thought as if their eyelids will come out. The eye never falls. They are so magically hypnotized by the television screen. And the poet says it may be the humor, H-U-M-O-U-R. H-U-M-O-U-R. Humor means hasya katha, or it may be a criticism, samalochana. The poet says, last week in someone's place, means he visited somebody's house, we saw, means we refers to the poet and his group, a dozen eyeballs on the floor. We saw a dozen eyeballs popping out of the eye of the children on the floor. Means the children do nothing, think nothing, they only what? Look at the television screen, they stare at the television screen, so they gape. Their eye never falls, so eyelids come out. It is the very negative effect of television on children. Then the poet describes what? What do the children do? The poet says, they see it. They means that the children who are watching television, they see it. Children see it where? In front of the television. Children see it in front of the television. And what do they do? And stare. Stare means to look at. And stare here has been repeated. They sit and stare and stare. Stare means repeated. Here, there is the double use of stare to highlight the fact that the children do nothing, only stare at the television screen. They do nothing, they only stare at the television screen. They sit on the sofa, you may say on the floor, and stare, do nothing, and sit until they are hypnotized by it. You write down hypnotism. Hypnotism. PNOTISM. Hypnotism, magic. Magic. Verb is hypnotized. Huh? They are hypnotized by it until they sit in front of television box, television screen, stare and stare, do nothing, only look what happens on the television screen. And then what is the result? They are hypnotized by it. Television magically attract their attention. मंत्र मुग्ध हो जाउछन्ति टेलीविजन उपरे. They think nothing. They are hypnotized by the television screen until how long they are hypnotized by the television screen? Until they are absolutely drunk. DRUNK. Absolutely means completely. Dear students, absolutely means completely. What is the meaning of a drink? You know, drink, present tense, past tense drunk, and past participle drunk. And when drunk is made noun, what? Or made adjective, drunk, matal. One who drinks wine. You know wine? One who drinks wine, he becomes drunk. He thinks nothing, talks nothing, only wine and wine and wine, and you might have seen drunks on the roads. So they are absolutely drunk with the shocking, ghastly junk. Absolutely drunk by the the programs that happen on the television screen. Absolutely drunk. They want nothing. They want nothing. They only want to stare at, to look at, or to enjoy what happens on the television screen. So they are drunk. They are drunk. With what? With all that shocking, ghastly junk. Write down junk. JUNK. Junk means useless thing. Junk means useless thing. You students, you are young. You eat that egg roll, chicken roll, all these things. They are called junk foods. They are called junk foods. We don't like it, but you take it. So junk is useless, rubbish. Ghastly, GHASTLY. Ghastly means dreadful. DREADFUL. Bhayankara. Shocking, but fearful. Shocking, fearful. Tell by what the children are drunk? They are drunk by the television. What happens on the television screen? The program on the television screen is described by the poet as the shocking, ghastly junk. It is fearful. It is useless, and it destroys the mind of the children. But the children don't care for it. If there is the television set in the house, they sit in front of the television and go on enjoying the television program. And the poet says that it is the ghastly junk. Okay? Write down one word. Addict. 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 बोले कौन सी जिनस प्रति माताल हवा हाँ मजी जीव हाँ सो द चिल्ड्रेन बिकम टेलीविजन addicts they cannot live without television so the children become television addicts or in other words if we shall put it in verb the children are greatly addicted to television. The children are greatly addicted to television. It is not good, it is very, very bad for them. Who says? The poet says. Then the poet also describes other negative attitudes, other negative results of sitting in front of television and looking at the television screen. Oh yes, we know it keeps them still. They do not climb out of the window sill. They never fight or kick or punch. They leave you free to cook the lunch and wash the dishes in the sink. Oh yes, we know, we people know. It keeps them, it means the television. It keeps them means children. Them here refers to children. Still means without movement. They don't move. They sit still like this, or they stand still like this, and in front of the television set and watch it. Here, still is stira without movement. And still has got another meaning. Because English is the elastic language, one word in English has got several meanings. Okay? Here still is no movement. Still another meaning, but I said you not to chew the pan, or I said you not to be late in the class. Still you are coming late. The teacher told to the student came late. The teacher got angry. Teacher told to the student, yesterday I told you to come in time, still you are late today. Here still means tathapi. Means in spite of my advice, still you are late today. So still has got double meaning. Okay? Here still is no movement, motionless. Here still is motionless. The television keep them still. They don't move. We have got the television set. Mommy, open the television. And mommy open the television and they sit still. You see, small children, they do mischief. Yes or no? When you were small, you were doing also mischiefs. MISCHIEF. Mischief means MISCHIEF. Dustami. When you were small, you are doing mischiefs. And they are small children. They can do mischiefs, but they don't fight. And what kind of mischiefs the small children do? They climb to the window sill. They climb to the window. This is the window sill. They climb. And mommy is saying, no, don't climb. You will fall down. But still he climbs to the window sill. Then they fight with each other. Children, they fight with each other. They kick each other. And they punch. It is fist. They punch. They punch each other. They climb the window sill. because they are naughty children, you know naughty. They fight with each other, they kick each other, they punch each other. But no, they don't do this. They don't engage themselves in such mischiefs. Why? The fact is that they are attracted to look at, to stare, to enjoy the program that comes on the television screen. The cartoon show, the film, the songs, the dance programs. They are more interested. They are more hypnotized for that, not for kicking, not for punching, not for fighting, not for climbing to the windowsill. No. And there, the main attraction is to watch. To watch and watch and watch, sit still, eyes they are gaping, eyes wide open, mouth wide open, as if the eyeball will come down. Come down. Don't look this side and that side. Only television. Like this. Okay? No thought power. No working of imagination. They become mentally dull. They become mentally idiots watching the idiot box. Okay? Am I okay? Thank you. Then, look at the lines. OAs, we know, it keeps them still. OAs, sure. The poet says, sure, we know. Watching the television restricts their movement. They move. They don't move. Do they move? No. They don't move. They sit still. How they sit still? They do not climb out the windowsill. They are not involved in naughty games because small children are naughty. Do you know the word naughty? Yes, you know it. They are involved in naughty games. They climb the windowsill. They fight with each other. They kick at each other. Somebody is crying and somebody is kicking and kicking and kicking. And punching. Give me chocolate. If another child doesn't give chocolate, give the punch. Give the punch. But no. No such thing happens. The only attraction is television screen. Okay. But here, the poet says that parents are responsible for this. Parents are responsible for this. What? Parents know their child is naughty. The mother or the father, they have to do the domestic work. The mother has to cook food. The mother has to wash the utensils. Utensils? utensils. Utensils, basana. In the sink, sink. Sink here is noun. Sink means at the corner of the house there is a pot, and there the mother washes the utensils. Okay? Sink here noun. Okay? It is like the pot. Water is there. The mother goes and washes the utensils. Domestic utensils. And sink has got another meaning. If you use sink as verb, it has got another meaning. Sink, present tense sink, past tense sank, past participle sank. What is the meaning? S-I-N-K. Sink, go down into the water. The boy has gone to the pond or gone to the river to take bath. He does not know swimming. Oh, he sank into the water. Pani re budi mariva. Sink, sank. When sink is used as verb, it is go into the water, go down into the water. And here, sink as a noun, it has got another meaning. Students, I said English is the elastic language in the sense that one word has got several meanings. The poet says here, parents are also responsible for this condition of their children. How? They leave you free to cook the lunch and wash the dishes in the sink. They means the children. You means the parents. They refers to the children. You refers to the parents. What happens? Mommy has to go to cook. Mommy has to cook food, then go to office. And the child is naughty. What does mommy do? Mommy opens the television and says, "Beta, you sit there." The child sits in front of the television. There is no disturbances. Mommy is not disturbed. Mommy cooks the food or cooks the lunch and washes the utensils in the sink. What happens here? The parents, number one, firstly, they install the television box in the house. Number two, in order not to be disturbed by the children in their domestic works, they open the television screen, allow the children to sit in front of television and watch the program in the television. What is the result? The result is that the child becomes an addict. The child becomes an addict to watch television. So, for this negative effect of television on their children, the parents are also responsible. But did you ever stop to think? You means the parents. The poet asked the parents, did you ever think to wonder just exactly what this means, this work or this watching of television does to your beloved tot, small child. Small child. The poet asks the parents, okay, in order not to be disturbed by your child in domestic work, in cooking the lunch or washing the utensils in the sink, what do? You divert the attention of the child by allowing him to sit in front of television set and watch the television program. What happened to the child? It happened that the child becomes a television addict. Matal for TV. No TV, no life. No coming from school. School bag is kept there. Then television works. Watching the television program, taking the meal. Watching the television program, taking the breakfast. Watching the television program, taking the dinner. And splitting it on the floor. On the floor. So partly the parents are also responsible for it. Did we ever stop to think, to wonder what exactly this means watching the television does to your beloved child? What negative impact it has on your child? Then you see the last part of the poem, all written in capital letters. This capital letters. You may ask me the question, sir, others are written in normal letters, small letters. Why the last in capital letters? I have to answer you. The last lines are written in capital letters by the poet with the idea of highlighting the negative influence, negative impact of television set on children. Television set, watching television is not at all good for children. That is why it is written in capital letters. Okay? And the poet here highlights or points out the bad effects of television on children. Let us look at the poem. It means television, rots the sense in the head. Pile rot, R-O-T rot. Rot means? Oh, it is the rotten piece. It is the rotten piece. Rot means sadi jiva or pachi jiva. Okay? Destroy. It rots the sense in the head. We have the head. We have the brain. Yes or no? What the brain does? The brain allows us to think. Man is different from animal in the sense that man has got the thinking power. Man thinks what is good or what is bad for him, for the society, for the country, or for the universe. But what does the television? When the children is watching television, his attention is on the television program. His brain does not work. His mind does not work. His sense means thinking power. Sense means thinking power. His sense is rotten. Rotten means destroyed. Sadi jaichi, pachi jaichi. When you are angry with your friend, he does a bad work. How do you call him? Oh, you are a nonsense. You do not know what is good or what is bad. And what nonsense is here Here means the boy without good thinking power. When we think, our brain works, our sense works, and we make the difference between good or bad. But here, the watching of television rots, destroys or kills the sense, the thinking power, the brain, working of the brain or working of the mind of children. And they become nonsense. They become idiots. It rots the sense in the head. It kills. Imagination dead. Imagination, sense of creativity. Sense of creativity. When our mind is active, we think many good things. Suppose the case of Swami Vivekananda. Suppose the case of P.O. Mahatma Gandhi. Suppose the great leaders and great religious leaders, they had the active mind. They had the strong sense of imagination. What is good or what is bad. But here, the children do not think, do not have the capacity to think, capability to think. Their imagination is dead. Their sense of imagination is dead. Who makes their imagination dead? Dead means inactive. I am living, I am speaking to you. I am living, I am teaching you the poem. If I will be dead, can I teach you? No. Likewise, their imagination is dead, their imagination does not function, mind does not function. Imagination is killed. Who kills it? The television set. The television program. So, you tell me, whether it is good, always watching the television, as you are doing, neglecting your study, don't do that. It is my advice as your teacher. Tell what it does? It clogs and clutters of the mind. Clog means choke, block. Why mind does not function? Mind is choked. Mind is blocked. Why the mind is blocked? Always the mind is focused on the television screen. And it is also clutter the mind, fill the mind with unnecessary things, unuseful things from the television set. So the mind does not function properly. When the mind does not function properly, they cannot think properly, and they cannot rise in life. Because these are the negative effects of watching television set. So poet has written in capital letters. So it makes a child dull and blind. So like, आप तो क्लास नहीं मैं कर दूँ. It makes a child dull. What is a dull child? The child who cannot think properly, blind. He can no longer understand a fantasy or a fairy tale. He has no mind to think about anything else. Or fantasy means imaginary story, or fairy tale parikatha. Only he thinks about the television set. What happens on the television set? His brain, because man has got the brain power, becomes as soft. It is a simile, as soft as cheese. Cheese means chena. Cheese is soft. Cheese is soft. His brain freezes freezes means sankuchita heijiba and becomes as a chill, it becomes cheese means the brain does not function. If the child's brain does not function, how can he rise in life? So his power of thinking rust. R-E-S-T, rust means कलंक लागिजिबा, destroyed. He loses the power of thinking, and his power of thinking freeze. His mind freezes, mind blocks. He cannot think. He cannot think. He has no power of imagination. He has no power of mind. His mind becomes dull. His mind freezes. And what he does? He only sees. He only sees what happens on the television screen. So it is the negative aspect of watching television continuously, and this is very bad for children. So our poet emphatically has pointed out that television set is the idiot box. It makes the children idiot who watches them, kills their thinking power, kills their power of imagination, imaginative power, and makes them dull. Their brain does not function, so they should not have allowed to sit regularly on the television box. This is the theme of the poem. Thank you, students.